did the wrong thing, love.
What did I do?
Hit so hard. So hit that. Now go live.
There we go.
Okay, there you go.
I have to do everything.
There, now we're good.
Everything. Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. It's Friday. It's time to have a beer with us, and it's time to kind of kick back and call it a week. It's been a crazy week this week. Lots of stuff happening. I don't really remember all of it, but the most important thing was that I got this cool mustache. How are you feeling about the cool mustache?
You know, I was worried that sooner or later I would get used to it, and this morning I did. I woke up this morning, I was like, I look pretty cool.
I look cool. I have not
cool.
gotten to the part yet where I look cool, but yeah. So everybody,
Neither of you guys have gotten to the point where
Mrs.
you
Toast
look
is
cool.
of course behind the camera, helping us out today because she's off, and we have a special guest today, and yeah. So thanks for joining us, you guys.
I'm falling apart.
You stink at that
I already
puppetry.
broke it.
So we have a lot of good stuff to cover today. We got some guitars to reveal. We got just lots and lots of fun stuff going to happen. It's going to be a
Special
great
guest.
special guest. That's right. Who does not have a mustache? See, so yeah. So if you have any questions for us, oh, and the beer delivery guy just got here. Oh, thank you so much, Jesse.
Yay, Jesse!
Matt, do you need me to open one for you?
Yes, I do. That'd be terrific.
That's no problem there, friend.
All right, so are we about ready to get rolling
let's
here?
Let's get on with it.
Let's just
yeah.
get moving. So yeah, you ready?
How long am I supposed to stay down here?
You're up, dude.
So, you
So
okay?
most
Oh,
intense
bless
orgy
you.
I've
It's
ever
already
seen in my
longer.
life. Yeah.
You guys had
Sorry.
no idea this was gonna happen.
Woo! Special guest!
So we actually have the real Dan Thompson from Guns and Guitars, not just the tacky puppet that we
Let's
made.
be real, this guy's cooler though.
We should have all had puppets of all of us, and that would have been good. Oh,
we
well.
didn't have enough time
we
for
were gonna.
arts and crafts.
That's
Well,
right.
But you know what? We have child labor here, so it
Oh
could have
man,
gotten done.
yeah, we could have. So Dan, we're live on your channel too. Let's let you do
Yeah.
your intro.
Absolutely. Hey, you're watching Guns and Guitars. I'm Dan. This is Matt and Chris, and we're on location at Texas Toast Custom Guitar Works.
That's where we are. Yeah. So Dan, thanks for coming out. Dan and his whole family came down. Well, not like your grandma and grandpa, but your wife and your kids came, and we
Yes.
spent the day together. We had a lot of fun. We had some lunch. We kind of toured around the shop and we just had a really great time, which was something that you and Chris and I desperately needed to do. We needed
Yeah, I think so.
get everything back to something good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And
yes.
I did. Let's be clear. I did owe them a legitimate apology.
You know-
And I thought it was best if I came here and did it in person.
I'm
and
glad that
before
you
I did
did.
anything else. So
I'm glad that you did. Oh, so yours is.
I'm having issues.
You just have to mute the computer. So yeah.
There you go, atta
what
girl.
happened?
I don't know.
I had
It
you
was-
some pop out chat in the
I
video.
don't
Mrs.
Must have
Scudge, you
been.
got the coolest name, and
That's right. I forgot to tell everyone. Well, I couldn't while you were pretending to not be you. That Mrs. Guns is behind the camera too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
She's moderating the comments over on my channel, so if you're watching on my channel.
Dylan
watch out
talks
there.
tones like, looks like I missed the party.
You missed
Oh,
the
no,
party,
Dylan.
Dylan. You know we'd love to have Dylan here.
You
That
know
would
what?
be great.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry I just kicked the camera. But Dylan, it was a party when you were here. What the hell?
That's true. It was a party when Dylan was here. That's right. That's
Don't
right.
be jealous, Dylan.
Don't act like we weren't gracious hosts.
Dylan was here for like 2 weeks.
Are you saying he overworn his welcome?
No.
Okay.
But why is it got to be like that?
I'm just asking a question. I'm
Yeah,
qualified.
I only got to hang out with him for one afternoon. So
That's right. Well, Dan, our shop is always open to you, and
Okay.
we've even talked about. You guys don't know this. Part of the Great Guitar Build-Off thing was you were like, "Oh man, I really like that bass, and I wanted to bid on it." And I go,
Yeah.
"Hey, why don't we just make another one?" So
Yeah.
if you guys can pull it off to where you can be here at the shop for a couple of days, we can do the woodwork on that. I bet.
Absolutely, yeah.
that'd be
That's
cool.
that's going to happen.
Okay,
for
cool.
Sure. I would love to. I'd love to own my own guitar that I built.
Isn't it funny? Like, yeah, all of my guitars that are supposed to be mine get sold.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
you never get to build one for yourself, unfortunately.
The cobbler's kids don't have good shoes, I guess.
Scar my guitars here.
Scar my guitars here. Hey, Sean, thanks for joining. Appreciate it, man.
So if you guys have any questions for Dan or for Chris, please let them know in the comment section. And Mrs. Toast and Mrs. Guns will absolutely be more than happy to take your questions and let us know what we're to do, right? So
You look like you're reading a teleprompter.
I have this like blah 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 blah, blah thing that I just kind of spit it out and it just comes out and yeah. Chris loves doing live streams with me because
This is all I do.
he doesn't have to do anything. Remember, so earlier today, Dan's like, "Hey, so what do you want to do for the live thing?" I'm like, "Well, how about this? You just sit there and I'll just scream at the camera, which is what I do anyway. So you have to really work hard to shut me up." So yeah, but Dan, it's great that you're here and thank you so much for coming out and
Thanks for inviting me, even after everything.
Hey man, you know what? One of the things that you and I talked about was let's move past this and let's try to build a world that's cool.
Absolutely.
And that, you know what I mean, that people don't like hate each other and like
Yes.
you're gonna butt heads and gnash teeth. How about we go, hey, we have a lot more in common than we have not in common, and that's
Absolutely.
I tell you what, man, this Great Guitar Build-Off thing, while fun, was very stressful too. What was it like for you?
It was extremely stressful for me because I was battling a whole lot of other stuff outside of it. So my motorhome was basically falling apart around me, and I have an obligation, obviously, to be, well, not an obligation, but I want to be a good husband and a good father first.
Oh, I think you have an obligation.
Above-
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
I
I know,
can't.
it paints it in a negative way, but I want to be that for my family, and
course.
it's really important that I take care of that stuff first. Chris, you're getting a call. That doesn't ruin the live stream.
Oh man.
What the heck did you do?
There we go. Okay.
Anyway, and Chris disappeared. And there's a reminder, you're live. Don't take
Hey,
it.
all right.
No, but so what it really came down to me is I built mine in like 4 days. Like I finally was just like, okay, I just need to book an RV park, and Jenna or Mrs. Guns, you take care of the kids, and I'm just gonna knock this thing out. And I'm absolutely blown away at the response it's gotten. So I appreciate you guys that you guys said that you really liked it. and
One
stuff,
of
but
one
it
of my
was-
favorites was definitely yours. I liked Brad's too, you know, because Brad is so much fun. Actually, you know, hanging out with you and hanging out with Brad, even though it was just like on YouTube, was you. I think the three of us really tried to make it more of a ha ha ha. Aren't we
Yeah.
having a good time thing? So
Yeah.
yes, ma'am.
So.
BK just threw down some beer money for you guys.
Hey,
That's
BK.
pretty much it, I think.
Thank you so much.
And I want to say I'm sorry to Ian. I removed his comment, and I meant to remove my comment. because-
Ian, Monkey.
No, not Monkey.
Oh, okay.
I don't know Ian. I feel like a jerk because
Oh, sorry, Ian.
I went to retract my comment, but you know, 'cause
Oh.
I'm an old lady and I can't see very well, and I'm on my little telephone screen.
Yeah.
I fat fingered it. I'm sorry.
Well-
I'm sorry. Post it again. Post it again. I'm
Ian,
sorry.
if you're watching, we apologize.
Scar My Guitar has a question. Can Matt come to Orlando and show me how to use the friggin' radius sander?
Sure. You know, okay, Scott.
Scar My Guitar. His
Scar
name's
My
Sean.
Guitar. Oh, I know that guy. Yeah. So didn't we exchange pictures of that radius sander? You know, ours has a custom thing that we had to do because the way it comes from Grizzly is less cool than it ought to be, and so we modified it to be less versatile but easier to use. So I think that's what. But yeah, we can do that. Do I have to go to Orlando though?
Yeah. Back on topic. The
Yeah.
guitar build off.
Oh, yeah,
So-
sorry.
So you guys, I think Ben mentioned that I think they're announcing the results on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
tomorrow.
So yeah.
I think during a live stream, if I'm not mistaken, and I could 100% be mistaken,
Yeah.
but that's what I heard.
I don't
That's
know
what
the
I thought I
details.
saw.
That's the word
Okay,
around the pool.
but-
Well, I don't think anybody saw any
I think
details.
we're yeah.
They're hard to- yeah.
Still lacking details.
Very
of
much
how to,
like the rest
how to
of
enter
them.
it.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure out how to enter the Great Guitar Build-Off.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole component of there has to be a winner and there has to be a loser thing
Yeah.
is kind of.
Yeah.
I-
I was actually gonna say at this point I'm not sure any of us want to necessarily be named a winner.
No, I
think
know.
we're just
Yeah.
we're
Over
excited to
it.
see-
Everyone's kind of over
Yeah.
it, I think.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the biggest component is we want to see how much money is raised for charity.
Mhm.
And I
like,
want
there's
to
an
see
element
about
that's
the
kinda hidden.
unofficial entries.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
where the rubber hits the road.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
there are some
Yeah.
cool ones.
So
I'm sure
cool.
you guys have
Yeah.
checked them out, but they're
Uh-huh.
I mean they blow away my builds for sure.
There's so much good stuff. There's like carving and
Uh-huh.
and
Welding.
Jesse James is like making something that lights up, and welding. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
And there's a youngster, like a really young man, who made something. I can't remember his name, but I tried to watch all the videos that I could and comment on a lot of them.
Yeah, some real good ones.
For the
God, Dylan.
official contest, I think everybody, because of the way that Matt and I
Dylan.
were,
What's he saying? Just
Just
thought
spreading the
that
love.
we were gunning for the win and we were going to do everything and anything, when really that was a very, very minor part of it. I mean, everybody
there was
wants
trash
to win
talking, but not
something.
because we really cared about
Yes.
winning
Yeah,
winning the no prize
Yeah,
that
'cause
is
there's-
the prize. So,
Yeah, there's nothing. You don't get a satin jacket. You don't
Nope.
get a
You don't have a sash
certificate.
like
you don't get a
Mrs.
get a
Texas
Tuesday with Dick
Toast.
Waller or the psychedelic furs.
No wrestling
Why would
belt,
you want
nothing.
that? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so really, it's all about all this secondary stuff,
Yeah.
and part of that was getting to know some of the competitors, which was cool.
Yeah.
And that was the worst thing about the stuff that happened last week, was because we'd already kind of made plans for Dan to come by.
Yep.
At some point, we were hoping anyway, and then all that stuff happened, and I was like, well, now I don't know that he's going to come by. I don't know that we're going to get to know him. And as it turned out, we did, and
As
so that's
human
really
beings,
cool.
we dodged a bullet because it's great to have Dan here, and
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't go.
Yeah.
His wife is super cool, Mrs. Gunn. She
Yeah.
looks like a ginger, like Nina Blackwood. And his kids are super cool, and they're like well behaved and good human beings.
Yep.
It's just such a
Yep.
rarity.
Yeah, Dan
these
and
days.
his wife have done a great job raising the little ones.
And Doug Santiello, I'm just going to
Hey,
strip
Doug.
it down to the conclusion statement of his thesis.
Okay.
And that is, glad to see you're over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doug is a cool guy. He is absolutely. He's like one of those real guys who is. I don't know how's the best way to sum up somebody in one sentence. About Doug.
How
I
about
think
two
Doug-
clauses?
Doug always looks to the positive of everybody.
Yeah.
He never takes anything the wrong way.
Yeah.
And
Put that in a two-clause statement about somebody. Give it a minute. That's Chris's superhero. And so,
just show Doug his neck.
That's right.
so,
That's
so,
right.
so Andy the Saint,
Hey Andy,
a toast.
we have to spill all of our stuff.
Oh,
No, we're not doing that.
and you didn't bring your little
talent
table,
and
did you?
coolness
No,
hanging
I
out.
thought about bringing
What?
my folding table.
A toast, talent and coolness hanging out.
Yeah. Andy the Saint's another one of those guys who is way smarter than me and has a calming effect on me.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anyway, so where we were talking about something and I can't remember what
The
it
great
was.
guitar build
Just the
off,
great
I think,
guitar build
but,
off.
Yeah. it's
Oh
coming
wait,
to
the
an
what?
end.
The
Yes.
what?
Yeah,
The what?
Yeah, the great guitar build off is finally coming to a conclusion and that except for the official part and the thing official, that's kind of a bummer.
It is.
Official and then one's unofficial, but
Yeah, especially since the unofficial ones are better than the official ones.
So
I have a
I have a suggestion for Tom L. I'm guessing this is for Dan. You might want to go to his channel to
okay.
contribute
Okay.
this money to say that he's sorry. He said you hope your shop burns down.
Oh,
Oh.
you mean my motorhome?
Oh.
Oh, breaks
my
down, not
furnace?
burns down, breaks down. Oh my God, I totally
Oh.
escalated that.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it's already broken down, so.
Tom,
Yeah.
Tom is a good guy too. Tom has been with us for a long time, and he went to we have these online classes that are wildly fun. And Tom's been to a bunch of those, and always a good guy. So yeah.
Cool.
Let's talk about unofficial Great Guitar Build Off entries because they're so awesome. And I have a question for you, and I have a question, the same question, Chris and Dan. What do you think if the Great Guitar Build Off is held in 2021? Do you want to do it?
I'll have to see what my current situation
Okay.
is since it keeps changing.
Okay.
But I mean, I think it's fun. I honestly might want to be in an unofficial version.
I'm kind of like.
I think you're
this-
retired.
This contest has really taken on a different life than I had when I was over there drunk and talking about drag racing and guitar making, and when Ben and I talked about it, when Ben and you talked about it, the unofficial thing has really kind of exploded, and that's what I think is gonna be the direction that the contest ought to go in 2020.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
So many great builders out there. I mean, not Jesse, but lots of good. I mean, no, not you.
A different Jesse that's in the contest.
Yeah, a different guy that's in the content. No, we love Jesse.
Yeah,
Come on.
and that's the coolest thing is like, there's so much talent out there, and just because their YouTube channel doesn't have a lot of subscribers yet, they don't get a lot of recognition. And this
Hell,
is an
our YouTube
opportunity-
channel doesn't have a lot of subscribers.
But what's awesome about this competition is it's given the opportunity for those builders to have a voice and show off their work.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a great launching platform for a lot of these guys that might be able to start building their channel a
Yep.
bit more. And I feel like that's what the contest should be about. I think it's about bringing the community of guitar builders together.
Yep.
And not based on how many subscribers you have, but based on the quality of work and raising money for charity
Yeah.
and stuff. So
And keep it positive, you know. I mean,
Absolutely,
that's
yeah.
to me, it's like the whole thing is really all about like how many. I'm all about spreading the word of how I do stuff, and if you want to try it the way I do it, that's cool, and it might or might not work for you. I don't know, but
That was one of the reasons that you and I decided that we were going to be kind of big mouths about this thing, was to try and just get something going.
get some
Yeah.
energy,
Because we
get
thought,
some momentum,
because we thought, it very well may just sort of fall by the wayside, and nobody will know anything about it until it's done.
Unless
so we
we're-
started,
yeah.
at full force.
yeah, we came
being-
out swinging.
Yeah, borderline jerks.
Oh,
about
you
it.
were a borderline jerk.
Yeah,
I was.
well,
I
yeah,
made a
yeah.
run for the border.
Yeah, and
Mrs.
so-
Guns, did you
and
have
I-
Oh, I
something?
was
I
just
think a
gonna
lot of
say,
people took that wrong.
Tom said point taken, Mrs. T, and gave you $5.
Look at that.
So-
There you go. Right there.
That was
I
not
told him
necessarily
we'll put it
related
towards
to
our
you.
already broken down motorhome. So.
Yes, yeah, we'll fix the leak in our roof.
New valve stem covers.
Greg Pearl,
Hey, Greg.
shout out for love, patience, and compassion.
You know
There you
what?
go.
That sums it up right there, right? If we could all use a little bit of those things.
Yes.
So yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's what this whole world's about, right? Learning to love
You only
people
go
better.
around once.
Yeah.
You want to be a jerk your whole life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking to me.
What if what if
No, I don't
what if I
wanna be a
do? Are
jerk.
you gonna judge me?
Whole life?
And YouTube, of course, is rife with people who
Are jerks?
are I think maybe really looking for some contact. And unfortunately, the best way to get contact is to say, "I don't like you. You suck."
You know what?
And
Bad attention is better than no attention.
that's just it. And it's too bad, but here
Many
we are.
kids realize that. Fortunately for Dan and Jenna,
Mm,
those are not their children.
that's right. That's
Well,
Obviously.
not in front of you guys.
right.
I can totally tell by the way they act. Such good kids.
So what's it like walking the earth and getting in adventures?
Yeah, that's one of the things we said
You're
about
like-
before we met you.
You guys are like Cain roaming the
Yeah,
earth
from-
and stuff, you know? You know who
Yeah.
Cain
Did
is?
you
Are you old
ever
enough?
see that video that we
Which
made? It was where I was sitting over there yelling at the camera like I
That
am
was
now.
that was the first shot.
Very first
basically.
one, and we
Yeah.
talked about all the competitors and the contest and things, and we got to Dan from Guns and Guitars. We were like, we don't really know very much about him except he travels the earth having adventures, sort of like Cain from Kung Fu. And yeah, so what's it like to have adventures?
It's it's priceless, but at the same time, it's really expensive.
Sure.
But I think the biggest thing is like it has its ups and its downs for sure.
Okay.
It's awesome. I love being able to my wife is homeschooling the kids this year, and we got to do a lesson on Mount Rushmore and how it was built. And then we didn't tell the kids we were
cool.
going there. We took them there, and they were just blown away to see it in real life.
That's pretty
Isn't it
neat.
amazing
So
how
like I said-
nature created that?
Yeah, nature and a lot of
Who'da-
dynamite.
Who'da
So,
thunk?
yeah, I'll take a yeah.
You want,
Now-
that'd be
you want
awesome.
some coffee?
I'm good, thank you. though.
Okay.
The downside to doing that, Dan, is that the next day you're gonna hear this. Hey, let's do a lesson on going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Or let's do a lesson where we
let's
go to
see
Six
pyramids
Flags.
in
Yeah.
Egypt, yeah.
Why
okay.
can't we see dinosaurs?
Yeah.
Saw a
So,
bunch of old guys on
Let's
the
go
side
to
of
Jurassic Park.
so it's really good. We've created some amazing memories together as a family. But it is exhausting moving everywhere all the time too. So it's got some ups and downs.
Yeah.
If you guys are actually interested in knowing more, we do have a channel dedicated to our full-time RV.
What's it called?
traveling. It's called Rockin' and Rollin'.
Okay.
So Mrs. Guns can drop a link in the comments over
Ooh.
on my channel.
Where's
if you guys are
that?
interested.
She's got the
It's a YouTube
technology
thing.
and the
I don't
know-how.
like YouTube.
Yeah.
So you
Where's
guys
the
saw a
YouTube.com
bear, I
stuff?
heard.
We did. Yeah, we saw one. Where did we see it?
Kuchara.
Cuchara, Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool little mountain
It's the western part of Boulder, and it was in a garbage can. there was a lot of bears, and we had a bunch of raccoons that would get into the garbage. And
We had the
Boulder.
freaking chupacabra on our back fence. I'm not kidding. This
Mhm.
thing was like 4 feet long. And oh my God, I was like,
It was
Bobby,
a-
you
it
can't
was-
win this fight. It's
yeah,
my dog.
our
In the
dog
backyard.
was
It was
really
like a
getting
4 foot
aggressive.
long freaking raccoon. It was
Eric
like
M.
the
super chatted
chupacabra.
you. Just
Who?
said, Dan, thanks for being cool. God bless you and yours.
Eric
Who said
M.
that?
Eric M.
Okay, thank you, Eric M, for Super
Hey,
Chan. And thank you
Eric.
for Super Chan.
Super
I
Chan.
cannot. This is why I don't do live streams very often. I can't,
Live streams are cool.
I can't go back
man.
and edit that out.
That's
No, you
okay.
can't.
No one cares. About
That's what
that.
people like. They want to see the humanity in
They
your,
want the
in your
realness.
personality.
Yeah. They want the real Dan Thompson experience.
All right,
The-
Super Chan's all around, guys.
Woo!
Another call.
Damn. Cola.
Chris is way
Chris,
too
it's
popular.
Friday.
Is it
It's
like-
an unknown name. They're trying
Just
to
hit the-
contact
the-
you
the-
about
the-
your
hit the red
extended
button.
warranty.
There you go.
So does that like goof up our whole thing when it does that?
I don't know if it. That's you know.
Hey, you
that
guys,
really
what?
is the
This
first
never
time it's ever
happened.
Yeah.
And it happened twice.
Yeah, it's.
They're really interested in your about extended warranty
they're-
for
yeah,
the
they're
deuce and a
concerned
quarter
that
for
my
the hoopty.
2005 Dodge Dakota.
No, I'm talking
might
about your
be out of-
hoopty.
Oh, that one. Yeah,
Mm.
they won't give you. That's my
There's
favorite
no
thing to do
warranty
is-
on that car
is if
anymore.
I'm in the car, I actually take those calls and then play around. Like, can we verify what vehicle you have? Yeah, it's a '73 Ford Pinto. Is that your newest car? Well, yeah. I have some older ones. Do those
Do
qualify?
those count?
No. Click.
Dude, I totally missed something.
So Dan, you and I actually have something in common that we're both gun guys.
Absolutely.
We're both into turning money into noise in lots of ways. So when Dylan was out here last time, I asked him what his EDC knife was because every gun guy has an EDC knife. So what do you got?
The black one with the hole in
So
it.
today, yeah, I'm carrying a Benchmade aileron.
Every day is different.
Aileron.
Yes, it's funny. Everyday carry means it's something you carry every day. I have a lot of knives that I
Sure,
rotate,
sure.
But that's what I'm carrying today. It's my favorite knife for now.
Is it based on the day of the week, like the way I dress? Like,
That's
'cause
right.
Pink is
I have
pink
some
is
that match other
Venus,
outfits
so I
better,
wear pink.
but I'm really not that.
Friday, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not that vain, but some days I am.
So I still got the same
I'm
Ontario.
obviously not vain. Look at me.
I still have the same Ontario wrap that Dylan had, or I had when Dylan was out here. But sometimes I have the Juice 2.
Oh,
Have you
yeah.
ever seen the
Mrs.
Juice
Guns,
2?
No, I haven't.
It's neat because it's got pliers and scissors.
You had
Because-
occasion to go on a rescue with that recently too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So anyway, yeah.
Those things are sharp.
Hey,
well,
watch
the
out.
pliers are. Yeah.
Don't try to catch the knife after you
Here we
drop
go.
it.
So it's got the bottle opener and then the scissors. The scissors are like that's the standout of this setup.
Wow.
So yeah, and it's in a small enough package where you can actually carry it around. And I actually had to Mrs. Toast battery cable needed a quick adjustment, and I was able to do it with the
Nice.
pliers there. So yeah, the Juice 2.
Yeah.
Highly
So,
recommended.
As long as you're escalating, I'll show you my
Sure,
other
sure.
everyday carry.
All right.
So I've got this, if I could get it off my keyring. This is a Kershaw Shuffle EDC. So it is a blade. I modified it to be a fully serrated blade, just because a lot of my knives are plain edge knives. But
Mhm.
then you can
But
also
wait.
pull out these little screwdriver bits.
Oh.
And how many times have you tried to use a pocket knife as a screwdriver in a pinch? Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that comes in.
That's
real handy
cool.
Until you lose your flathead attachment, which it's
Wah, wah,
a little empty right
wah.
now. I'll stick another one.
It's
in
a
at
good
some
thing
point.
to lose your
But
flat head.
you know what that's for.
Well,
you know
well,
you gotta have one of those.
I
right?
would if I could see it.
What is that?
That's a bottle opener?
Yeah,
How
absolutely.
did I know
Gotta have
that?
one of
Yeah.
Everything comes with a bottle opener.
Yeah.
And then I
All
also
good
modified
things
it for
come with a
tweezers, 'cause
bottle
That's the
opener.
most important thing.
Ooh,
so.
yeah. No
Yeah,
doubt about
yeah.
I think
So
Dan
here's
made
my
a guitar
everyday
with a
carry.
bottle opener in it.
I did. I custom built for a client. One asked for a bottle opener in his guitar, and it actually turned out really good.
We have a couple guitars with bottle openers in
Yeah.
them as well.
You
Yeah.
know, do you know what I use that for?
Opening your car door?
Yeah,
All
starts
right.
the car.
Whoa!
Pretty cool.
So it's cool that Dan came on a Friday because we also have some reveals to do.
That's right.
So we've got a couple of guitars that we wanted to show you guys off in a reveal.
Reveal,
I didn't
reveal,
wear my
reveal.
shirt. Chris wore his though, so yeah. And Dan
I wore
didn't
a
get the
shirt,
memo.
so
He
at
wore a
least-
shirt.
at least
This
I
may
wore
be
a
the
shirt.
last time for this shirt. My big head stretched the neck out pretty bad.
So are there any more questions before we get to the reveal portion of the video?
I have a question for Andy the Saint.
Okay.
I'm supposed to start something, apparently, he said. And I don't know if I missed it.
Isn't it like a Michael Jackson sense of the word?
You want to be starting
Yeah.
something, you got to be starting something.
I don't know.
That's my favorite quote from anybody ever in the world,
Michael Jackson?
yes, from wanna be starting something,
Uh-huh.
don't have a baby if you can't feed your baby.
Well, that's
Boom.
good advice,
That's
yeah.
it. Michael Jackson,
Excellent
drop the
advice.
mic.
Good advice.
Wish somebody told me that when we.
Ah.
Too late.
Well, you're
mama.
probably never really ready until you just gotta jump in. You gotta go for it.
Until the nesting starts, yeah.
Ah,
That's why
yeah.
it takes 40 weeks, because you gotta ease into
Ah,
it.
okay.
That's true.
Mrs. Guns, are there any questions on your page that we need to get to?
Got nothing.
Well, you guys want to see some guitars?
Oh, I gotta get you started on a mustache. He kinda has a mustache, you just really can't see
I
it
can't
because
really do a mustache.
he's got like
guys.
that,
I
like party of,
tried.
like
I
that
used to
party
think
of
I
five.
couldn't have one, and I
years
can't.
ago.
You look at this. This is the this
It's,
is.
no, it's just too. My facial hair grows in so patchy that I'm very limited on. what I
Have
can
you
do,
seen
so-
Matt's face?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I'm really bad.
Oh, I wish you could see the one of the beard that you have,
Which one?
your beard.
When I
Do you have a
grew it
picture
out-
of that?
I grew it out
Somewhere.
for-
Please
He
post
He
it.
has a really nice beard.
Oh,
so
he's
I'm
a
like, I'm
beard,
gonna
and he's
do
a beard culture guy.
Yeah, and so I grew it
Got
out
all
for his
Duck
wedding, and it just
Dynasty on
worked.
everybody.
Duck
Oh, it's just
Dynasty.
terrible.
The best. Okay, what I can tell you about a mustache, if you want to, rock this dumb look, is go the whole thing and then cut it all off so your mustache is ready to go. Or you have to like do that weird junior high mustache thing for several weeks. That would be me.
Yeah.
I'd have like that. Yeah, I can't grow
Mine
a
would
mustache,
never
but I'm
grow
trying
past
to.
that though. That's
Oh.
You got past the John Waters mustache, so that's good. You know,
alright.
the
Yeah,
pencil.
yeah. Uh-huh, yeah.
All right. Well, you guys want to see some guitars?
Oh, people are itching for a reveal.
All right. Let's get to the
All right,
reveal
let's
part.
do it. What do you want me to do?
What?
Should I
Just come
sit
over
here?
and no, come over
Okay.
and let's talk about guitars.
All right.
Who's gonna work the camera, Chris?
I got it. I want to like stink on
Oh,
poop.
Mrs. Toast is gonna work. the
No,
camera.
Chris is coming.
Oh,
I'm just
we're
gonna
All right.
act like I
Where are
did
we moving
something.
to?
Well, we're gonna move over to over there.
Okay.
Guys, you have to hold on. This is live TV. Working without a net.
So, oh gosh.
Wow, there's a
I just grabbed your tripod off my tripod.
tripod issues.
Tripod. Here, let's
Oh.
get this out of the way.
How's that picture look, Matt? Is that squared up pretty good?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
We can adjust too. We can adjust on the fly.
What if I went like this and then I could just hang out over here?
No, you're gonna sit right here,
I'm
Dan.
gonna sit right there.
Yeah.
Where's Chris gonna sit?
I think
I'm
he's
just
gonna
gonna
work the camera.
Okay.
I'll work the camera and take comments if you want.
All right. So, can we scooch in a little bit? Let's scooch in, scooch in, scooch in. There we go. Because we're gonna show off features of the various instruments. So,
Okay, cool. Hey babe, could you scooch me into?
Scoot you in?
Yeah.
so which one do you want to do first, Chris?
You wanted to show off the V?
Sure. Let's start with the V. So Dan, can you grab the V there?
Sure.
So this guitar was originally, you guys might remember this one. You got it there?
So I almost hit you in the face. Yeah.
Bonk. So this guitar
play it.
started out.
Like-
Yeah, you have to. It's actually quite cozy
Actually,
in the
it's
seated
like-
position.
It's
If
like
you
classical guitar, right?
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So
You put your tuners on upside down.
no.
Oh,
No,
just
no. Oh, you mean we put them? Yeah. So this guitar started out life as a straight up '58 replica for Vince Buckles. Do you know Vince Buckles at Mesa Kinetic Research in Nogales, Louisiana?
I should.
He was on that show, Sons of Guns.
Okay. Yeah. I know
He
that
was
show.
the actual gunsmith guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Lots of tattoos.
Yeah.
Cool guy. And he called me up and said, "Hey, let's trade." And because he and I have a mutual friend, Jim Fuller, who I built a bunch of guitars for, and he's built a
Okay.
bunch of stuff for me. Anyway, so he wanted a '58 Flying V,
Okay.
but he wanted iron cross inlays because I believe he would call them Templar crosses because he's a Mason.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't really know very much about the Masons, but I guess this is an important symbol to them. Every time I do this video, he goes, "Here's the link that I sent you the last 18 times that you didn't know." So anyway, we sent the guitar to Vince, and it was broken when it got there. Now Vince is not the kind of guy that you want to upset because he looks really mean.
Yeah.
And he probably could, like throw down. And he sent me a really expensive rifle, and I sent him a really expensive broken guitar.
Oh no.
So anyway, so we started out fresh. I built him a brand new guitar, sent it out, and then we had this thing. And I'm like, well, why don't we put a new neck on it, which we did. And
So this is the old broken one.
this is the old body from the old broken one with a new neck.
Gotcha. The neck was what broke?
Yeah, actually the headstock.
The headstock.
The headstock got a crack all the way down to
Oh
here.
my
It was like a forklift
Yeah, there
Like,
was a puncture
hit
right
the
here where
edge of the
literally
headstock.
Something hit it.
So it was abused.
But the
Yeah.
headstock remained intact
Okay.
because we only use a 7-degree headstock, which is,
Okay.
kids, if you're making guitars, 7-degree headstock is ideal.
Good to know. I
So-
don't even know what that means.
Yes, you do. Well, we'll work.
I've
through
never
that.
built a neck.
We're gonna work through. You and I are gonna change that, my
Okay.
friend.
All right.
Okay, so anyway, so this was the guitar, and Chris painted it this Pelham blue, and a guy sent me a message.
Nicely done, Chris. It's beautiful.
Yeah. A guy sent me a message. He's like, "Hey, you know what would be cool is a Pelham Blue Flying V." And so I'm like, "Okay, yeah, whatever." So I took a picture of this, and I'm like, "You mean like this one?" He's like, "Yeah, exactly like that one. How much?" I'm like, "Okay." So anyway,
You're like
so,
$40,000.
I did not say it. So he wanted a tortoiseshell pickguard. We actually had 2
Okay.
pickguards for this. He wanted a 70s style, so we made a
Okay.
pickguard that goes there. But we went ahead and included this one, as you know.
It looks like fire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
We didn't want to screw screws here if he decides I don't want that one, so
Yeah.
he'll be able to pick which one he wants.
Cool.
So
Very cool.
all of these screws will retrofit.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
Perfect.
and it's got DiMarzio pearly gates and I'm sorry, Seymour Duncan pearly gates and Seymour Duncan custom,
I don't even remember.
custom or classic. I think a custom. He spec'd
Yeah,
the
he
pickup.
spec'd them, I put them
Okay.
in.
Cool.
That was that.
So we've got Godo, bridge, hip shot, exposed gear tune. Let's show the guitar.
Okay.
So as you guys can see, it is a version of a Pelham Blue hip shot, non-locking exposed gear tuners, which I think look classy.
They do. They really do.
It's got the cool thing. Have you ever used hip shots to use them a lot? You ever
I've used them before, yeah.
So as you know, all the little buttons are replaceable. So if you go, I want like chrome bean shaped ones, or I want
Yeah.
these keystone ones, or I want
Yeah.
gold, or whatever. You can upgrade the buttons, and that's a cool thing. Inlay work was done by our friend Russ at Music Engineering Services, and very cool inlay by a very cool guy. Even if you're not into iron crosses, you can appreciate the craftsmanship that went into that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Seymour Duncan pickups, Goto Tune-o-matic and stop tail bridge, 3-way switch, volume tone. Chris, yes?
Correct, yes.
Okay, jack, and yeah. So anyway, if you guys are interested in a Flying V or or Pelham Blue,
So
let me know.
taking a closer look at this,
Mm-hmm.
you've got your binding here
Uh-huh.
that covers the fret ends.
That's right. It does have the Gibson style binding where the binding rides over the
Yeah.
end of the fret.
Very cool.
It's
Makes
something
it
that
very comfortable. Yeah.
Good
Yeah,
eye,
there's-
Dan.
there's no fret sprout when you do that,
Yeah.
but it's a pain to do.
Yeah.
That's why every time I try to convince guys who are in the shop to do it, they always say no.
Shut up and play the
Yeah,
guitar.
that's right. Oh, hey, shut up and play the guitar. Dan, you wanna strum a few?
Oh, I don't know how.
Oh, okay. Well,
Neither
that's-
do we.
Well, that's 2 of us. Let's see what we got here.
All right.
Is this halfway in tune?
I don't know, it's been hanging up all week.
Not bad. Woo!
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a guitar. It's out of tune, and it's blue, and it's a Flying V. So this one's actually leaving the shop very soon, and I don't know where it's going, but I mean I know the guy who was getting it, but I don't know where he lives.
Where exactly?
Could
Yeah.
be Florida, could be Washington. We don't know. Anyway, so this is a cool project, but we do have some guitars that are available that we want to do a reveal on today also.
Yeah, we just wanted to show that one off because we finally finished it.
Because it's done, yeah. Yeah. So, okay, so now let's talk about this guitar. This one is available for purchase. This was not built for anybody. It's something that I wanted to do, and so we did it. So check it out, Dan. Let me know what
Oh
you
my
think.
goodness, that
Yeah.
is.
Have you ever
You could wear this all day.
all day, every day?
No, I mean like
It's very light.
It's very light. It's very comfortable. If you're playing one of those like blues festivals or something where you're out
Mhm.
in the sun,
Mhm.
you're playing a 6-hour show, you know,
Yep.
this thing would be perfect.
In a jam band.
Yeah.
So let's start on the front. Don't show them the back yet, because that's where the
Okay.
tricky surprise comes in.
It's a tricky
Oh, I see.
surprise.
It's different than what you
Yes.
expect.
Uh-huh.
So this is our take on the classic double cutaway Gibson SG, or in the early 60s. This
Make
would
sure
have
that
been
I
the
don't
Les
crowd
Paul.
his camera, because that's been a thing in the
Yeah,
past.
you're okay.
Yeah.
We're calling this guitar the Prostitute because all of our guitars have dumb names. Why not give it a really dumb name?
I'm
So
holding a prostitute.
it's the last thing you thought you'd do on a Friday.
Yeah, come to our shop, they say. We got a
Yeah.
surprise for you to hold, they say.
We didn't mean for this to, it just worked out this way.
There's a whole story as to why it's called that, and it's not. It's just dumb.
It's
Yeah,
it's
I know.
really
It's
dumb.
just dumb.
So
Yeah.
so this guitar has again all gold hardware, hip shot tuners. We're going to show you the backs in a little bit. Double binding on the neck, rosewood fretboard. It's got an EMG 81 in the bridge. Godo gold tunematic string through bridge. There are two really cool features to this instrument, though. One is that, actually there's three really cool features to this instrument. One is that, unlike most SGs, this one is bound all the way around. And I'm sure that they're out there, but I haven't seen very many bound SGs, so this is a cool one. The neck actually goes all the way to the pickup, so you can see the little raised section there.
That's my favorite part of this guitar.
Yeah, that's the whole,
very
the
cool.
neck goes all the way through there, so you don't have to worry about like having a very, very small glue joint on an SG style. And the other cool thing is it's got Mike Learn pinstriping and gold leafing, excuse me, which is wildly, wildly cool. In fact, if you guys want to see how Mike did this and learn how to do it yourself, Mike came to the shop and did a video with us for 2 hours, and it's available on our website. It's called Hot Rod Gold Leafing or Hot Rod Pinstriping and Gold Leafing with Mike Learn, and he walks you through this and shows you all the different tools and gives you some tricks and techniques. So this is hand pinstriping and hand gold leafing by the very famous, very cool Mike Learn, who lives in Erie, Colorado now. So remember I said the back had a special twist. You're not going to expect seeing what you see on the back, so let's show them the back, Dan.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
We're ready?
We're ready. Let's do
Drum
it.
roll,
please.
Ready for the review.
I don't know what's so good about it.
You had no idea it was going to be a natural burst
Yeah,
back.
that's pretty
so,
cool. I
and
gotta
if
say.
Andrew St. Pierre is watching, you'll recognize some of this. What is that? Pick guard material?
Yeah, it's
celluloid.
celluloid, I believe. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Andy the Saint
It's
has a lot of
incredibly
doctor friends.
Pain in the neck to work with. That's what it is.
It's not always fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Andy the Saint has a bunch of doctor friends who would love this guitar because it's one of a kind, never to be any more like it. I
Yeah.
don't think.
Yeah.
So,
Very cool.
so what do you think, Dan?
I think it's beautiful.
Thanks, man.
I'll take it home.
Oh, well, that was easy. Man, all right, so I guess this guitar's not available anymore. Dan just bought it. So, people are probably saying, what are they saying, Jesse?
They're saying that it looks hot rodded. That's freaking sweet.
Oh, they're not saying shut up and play the guitar?
Oh shit, no. Oops. Wrong
Remember, everybody, this episode of the live stream is brought to you by Flipside Music, the great American guitar store. Check them out when you're in Denver, Colorado. Or if you're like really bored at 4 o'clock in the morning, check them out online. They're open then too. Let's plug this guy in and see.
Funny comment.
Someone
Somebody
said-
said you're following in the footsteps of Jesus holding a prostitute.
Oh.
Oh my!
We've
Mary Magdalene's
made
not
those
a
jokes
prostitute.
already.
Magdalene.
Give me one of those plectrums there, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let the bass player do it.
You know why this doesn't have a tone control? Because tone controls are dumb.
I
You want to just crank that thing up and go for it. So anyway, let's see what else we got here.
What kind of amp are you running?
This is through a Mesa Boogie combo, and I'm gonna make a lot of enemies here. Mesa Boogie heads, I'm not a fan of. Mesa Boogie combos, I'm all about that. I don't know why it is. Yeah. So this guitar is available. I have no idea what we're charging for this one, Chris. What do you know?
I don't.
I'm showing it to this camera. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. Yeah.
We haven't exactly gotten to the bottom of that yet, and
I think we're at like
and then
right
Dan
around,
came by and we started having fun, and that
Yeah.
was that.
Yeah,
Dan
so-
and crew.
So this guitar is available right now. I think okay. For the rest of the weekend, I'll sell this guitar for $2,500 with a case, shipped anywhere in the United States, continental. Is that okay, Chris?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
so
lower than I thought you would say.
I think
By
yeah.
a fair piece.
Oh.
So
Oh.
there you go.
You'll notice that it has a strap button here, but not on the back, or for the right, not in this neighborhood. So, if you buy this guitar, let me know where you want that, or if you just don't want it, like I'll drill it myself when I get it, or if you want it here, or anywhere you want it, we can do that for you. So, okay. Well, let's go back to the table and wrap it up.
That thing sounds thick.
This
I'm gonna
is-
take a.
yeah.
I'm gonna show everybody a tour of our awesome lunch area
They want to see that.
to make sure I don't. No, to make sure I
I'm
don't.
gonna
get
video
anybody
you
the
videoing your lunch
video
area.
that doesn't want to be in the video.
If Dylan's still watching, he'll be really bummed out that we put an EMG in that guitar. I think.
He will be.
Because I don't think he's a fan.
He's not. He told me that.
Somebody said I can see that going for 2,500.
I hope that it does. Because I could use 2,500. Just saying. The shop rents a lot.
Watch him
So
focus or move it if it needs to be.
okay. Well, what do you think, Chris?
I'm good.
Dan did a good job. I think your reveal spot next to me on the amp is in question.
I thought it was always in question.
No,
I'm there
that's
for,
not true.
Ballast, I think, basically.
You know how it is with me. You don't have to do very much talking. So, guys, thanks for joining us. Is there anything that anybody has that? Yeah, you guys can do that, and I'll just yap at the camera. So, are there any other questions or any other things that people want to talk about before we wrap it up?
It's gorgeous. 2,500 might even be low.
Oh, it's definitely low.
Low.
I'm gonna ask
Yeah.
what's
My
the
shorty
scale
goes
like
low,
on that.
low.
24 and
low,
3/4
low.
scale, same as the Gibson. Do you think, Dan, that the Gibson is maybe going to change the name of the SG to the Prostitute? You think there's any danger of that happening?
Tough to tell. Yeah,
Well,
I
time's
mean, it
gonna
depends
tell.
on if it's trademarked yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone asked me, is that a guitar you're going to make like as a standard model? I'm like, well, no, that's already a Gibson standard model, and I just sort of made what. So a customer requested a guitar not unlike that, and I thought I'm going to make one for the shop, because that's kind of what I do. Is I don't like to make just one. I make a couple, and what happens then, of course, is that people go, all you make is Fender stuff, or all you make is Gibson stuff, and I'm, well, that's one of the things that I do, but I kind of like to put my own spin on things. So yeah, yes, ma'am.
Well, there's been several mustache comments.
Oh, any good ones?
Well, Schneider Whiplash, which is really a throwback to my childhood.
I would have
I'm
also
digging that.
remember Schneider from
One Day at a Time.
One Day at a Time had a great mustache too.
All right.
Only a couple more days, and then these can go away.
But
that
they don't
was
have
my
to.
whole point. That was my point entirely. I cannot wait for these stupid, village people mustaches to leave the building.
But what if they didn't?
Then you will
Oh, okay, gotcha.
kill my chick boner forever.
I
So,
got it.
so what's next for you, Dan?
Yeah, Dan, what's next for you guys?
I actually don't even know. We kind of stopped making plans as plans didn't pan out the way we
That's
had
right.
Plans
Like
are
I said,
for
you just
fools.
sort of
Just
go
roll with
with
the
the flow, right?
flow,
We'll just head
man.
in a direction and hopefully land somewhere. I think.
What direction do you reckon you're going to be going?
We skipped southern Utah in the beginning of summer because it was like super high heat.
Well, 'cause
Oh,
it's Utah,
And
too.
so we drove through southern Utah up to northern Utah, Salt Lake City area, and that was cool. But we really want to do like Moab, Zion. I always forget what's the other national park that's down there. You guys know.
My geography
Bryce
sucks.
Canyon.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
we'd love to do those, but we'll see.
Will there be a
You should-
homeschooling component along with that too?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll.
Oh,
Yeah.
You should
Well,
go to
yeah.
Fruta,
Fruta?
Colorado. Yeah,
Okay.
it's an hour and a half from Moab.
That's where. What was that
Okay.
movie with
There's some cool stuff there. Might be a
Charles Bronson?
dinosaur component.
I
Okay.
heard
Just
that. I
schooling.
heard
Mr.
that.
Majestic.
Fruta, okay.
Mr.
Yeah,
Majestic.
Fruita's
That's where
actually
that movie
Florida.
was set. Was
Yep.
Fruita, Colorado.
Yep.
He was the
Yep.
melon guy.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mr.
we'll,
Majestic. Charles. What's
let's
his
look into
name?
that. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fruta, Colorado. That's where we're going next.
Well,
Let's
that's
see.
cool. So yeah, if you're in Fruita, Colorado, and you want to hang out with Dan, you can do that. Well, I mean, if you find him. I don't know. How
Yeah.
does that work? If people come up to you and they're like, "Hey, man, I saw you on YouTube," because you got like a zillion subscribers. How does that work? Like, do you get like stopped and mobbed
Oh.
everywhere you go?
You have no idea. I have met 0 people on the road.
What?
No, yeah.
I think the
Well,
only
I
time
mean,
you got
yeah.
recognized once was at
Was it
NAMM.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
So yeah, I'm not. I mean, I really don't have that many subscribers in comparison to most like.
In comparison to
YouTubers.
us, you do, Dan.
Well, so I've been meaning to set up some meet and greets though in some of these towns that I.
How
can get to,
cool
so I
would that
probably need
be?
to. Yeah.
You know what we
It
should
might actually
do?
be really cool to do that and maybe do like a live thing if you could do,
Yeah.
something like that from place to
Mm-hmm.
place. I don't know.
Next time you guys are in town, let's do that. Let's
Okay.
let's build that base.
Heck yeah.
And 2, let's have a meet and greet with your buddies from Texas Toast and your buddies from Guns and Guitars.
Okay.
That sounds like a really
That
fun
sounds
thing
awesome.
to do.
Let's do it.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Cool. Well, so guys, if you were one of the people who said, "Hey, I can't wait to see some collaboration videos between Guns and Guitars and Texas Toast," now you've seen one, and
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some more
to come,
coming.
for sure. Yeah.
And quite frankly, this is the best possible thing that could have happened from the Great Guitar Build-Off thing, is that you and I and Chris and Mrs. Toast and Mrs. Guns and everybody gets to
And the
meet
little
And the
everybody.
little guns.
Yeah.
And the little-
guns.
the little
The young
Dillingers.
The young guns.
Young guns. I said
guns.
Dillingers,
Oh,
young
that's
guns.
awesome.
They didn't hurt my hand.
The
so.
Derringers, is that what you said?
The
Yeah.
Derringers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
So yeah, but this is what I think this is what Ben had in mind all along, was
Mhm.
let's bridge some of these communities together, and so
Absolutely, yeah.
kudos to Ben for doing
Yeah,
that. So.
absolutely. Thanks, Crimson.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Any other questions before we call it a day?
Probably.
Okay, but you're not gonna
Give it
see.
a second.
Why do people keep asking, is Texas Toast shop in Texas?
Well,
No.
that's a reasonable question.
It's a
I know.
very
Yes.
reasonable question.
Gra-
Yeah, but
Matt-
do you serve toast? That's the real question.
We do.
Matt
We do. We
Matt
have a
was
toaster.
class president all 3 years of his high
But
school.
the most important thing is that Matt's an expatriated Texan, and yeah, I don't.
In Amarillo, Texas, go Rebels.
Yeah, and no one cares about that. Come on.
Well, I think
that's-
it's funny
that's
that you were
jive.
class president every year, because
Mm.
you're not so class president guy.
I'm not very
Yeah.
classy. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Well, so
You
hey
married
guys,
me.
you got Dan. You want to sign out? You
Sign
want to
out?
just both go at this exactly the same time? Just be this massive jumble of
Let's
stuff.
not.
Okay.
Why don't you just close out both of our channels?
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Now,
Chris
let
and
me
I will
ask
have
you
a
this:
conversation on
Are
Saturday.
you asking because you know that's what I'm going to
Yeah,
do
let's not talk
anyway,
too much.
or are you wanting me to do it?
No, go ahead. Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Do it.
Because I'll butt in. Yeah.
Do
So.
it. I'll be here if anyone needs me.
Ah, right on, buddy. So, would it be so funny is if Brad walked in right now? I mean, he's not
Oh.
gonna, but wouldn't that be hilarious if he did?
I would pay any amount of money for that right now. That'd be amazing.
And
So-
he had a mustache.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't think you could pay him any amount of money.
Yeah, he kind of, I don't like to talk bad about people, but he solidly punked out on the whole
No.
mustache
He
thing.
said he had a window of creative shaving that he
You
could
know, yeah. I
Here's the
think,
thing about Brad. You guys may not know this, but he's
We don't-
actually
oh,
his
we know.
main job is a
Yeah.
litigation
We
lawyer.
knew
Yeah,
that
we
he
know.
did that.
Alright,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that if he showed up looking this good, that his case wouldn't automatically be,
I think-
Thrown
no,
out.
it's
I think
peanuts,
you need to
so-
close
run
with your
either
puppet.
way, Yeah.
I was gonna say,
You gotta
someone wants
close-
Matt to do the Dan laugh.
The Dan laugh.
Go for
Well,
it.
I'll do it. You
Oh.
could do the voice and Dan does the puppet.
I don't know what the Dan laugh is.
Hey,
Was that close?
no, I think they're thinking of the
The
Canadian laugh.
Canadian Brad.
Oh.
Hey, buddy, I'm not your pal.
It was just a
buddy.
bunch of fart.
Hey,
jokes.
Terrence.
Pretty much a lot of buddy and sounds.
Hey, buddy, I'm not your guy.
So again, Dan and whole family, it was so great to spend the day with you guys. I'm very happy that we got the chance to do this. So much fun, and please come back anytime you want. And like I said, you can park right out there. We'll give you a key to the shop. There's a bathroom and
He
everything.
showed you around. It's
Yeah,
really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's quite luxurious.
It's quite unbelievable. So thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks to Dan and Mrs. Guns and the Derringers for being here with us today. I'm not sure. I hope that doesn't stick.
I think it's really cute, actually.
So anyway, guys, this is Matt at Texas Toast,
This is Dan at Guns and Guitars.
wishing you a Merry Christmas. No, it's just craziness. It's
End button.
crazy, Dan. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Love your neighbor, etc., etc. We'll see you
Yep.
guys next time. All right, ready? Here we go.
Yep. X button. Yep.
Turn us off.
And then you gotta click